everyone. Today I am going to be talking a little bit about the concert that I recently gone to. Finally, after so many years of being a fan and listening to his music, I finally got to see 𝐤𝐸 perform live. This was a Toronto trip. March 14th, that was his first day at that venue, which was Coca-Cola Coliseum. And then on March 15th, that was the second one. So this trip was really just concert was very important part of it. Also, another important part of it was my daughter's birthday. And of course, my sister joined as well. So the first day we arrived, we went to Niagara Falls. It was still nice and cold outside. Did some sightseeing, some food. Some attractions. Very tired. And the first day, just because we have to drive for 5.5 hours, and then of course including stops and breaks as well. So on the second day, which was the concert in Toronto, we had to drive about over an hour to that location. One of the first things we ended up doing is going to their Dundas Square, which had billboards and all the things going on there, ads, and first time seeing 𝐤𝐸's ad, the concert, the tour advertisement. Oh my gosh, absolutely lost it, absolutely was excited. It was that much closer to the actual event. It was very unbelievable to me. It was just way too exciting. So my daughter is familiar with some of his music. My sister was a little less familiar with them, but she knows some. And of course, from those that I have listened to around her. So building up more fans. During the day before the concert, we pretty much did a little bit of shopping. Of course, again, ate some food, was absolutely amazing. Took some pictures, went to our Airbnb destination, got ready for the concert, decided to take Uber because I really did not want to drive in there. And yes, it was pretty crazy, pretty busy. I will say traffic is a little intense. So decided to just go ahead and take Uber on the way there and on the way back as well. So the concert started at 8 in the evening, and we got there, it was after 7. So we decided to walk around. We were outside. We took some pictures with, of course, the sign, which is my second time at that venue. The first time I've gone there was last year. I think it was November. Was it October? I think it's November, for a rock concert. That was my first time. It was awesome. It was exciting. It was different. And then next thing you know, I'm already coming back again. Totally ready for that. Was totally worth it. Tickets were buying very difficult, very hard throughout all locations. Thankfully, Toronto was pretty okay. At least we were able to get the tickets. My sister is just absolutely amazing with that. So she got the tickets, and we were sitting a little bit farther, but for the first time, I'll take it, because guess what? If he's doing this again, whenever he's doing this, I'll be right there. Hopefully closer. So by the time, we found our seats, which of course was not very hard or anything. There was also outside, in the building, outside the performance area, there was a table with, I think you had to be a fan in a group of something. I'm not really sure, but there was like some extra things were given out if you showed the proof of something. I was not part of that. Sadly, I'm not really sure on that. And then, of course, you were able to take pictures with their posters that had 𝐿 on it. Amazing. Little things like that are absolutely amazing. So it was really wonderful that people put in their time into that. Love that. So also at our seats, for every single seat, which I was really kind of shocked, we got a little light stick, which was this. Sadly, it does not have a button to kind of like use it now, but if you smack it really hard, it comes on, but it only comes on as yellow. I think that was a little bit too loud sound, but that was very exciting. And also, this is one of the light sticks that changes the color. It gets controlled by, I guess, the other side of the curtain, and everybody synchronizes, or they do all kinds of things. We had each section different colors. There was blinking lights. It was absolutely amazing. There was lights on and off in certain spots. It was really, really awesome. I like that. It was very exciting. My daughter absolutely loved that part of it. She was like, yes, this was it. Then we had a little kind of like an envelope with the concert tour, and inside of it we had this thing, which I'm not really sure what it is. If you guys know, let me know. It's got little buttons on the side, which if you put them together, I guess this can be, I don't know, like inserted somewhere and just hanging there. I'm not really sure, so you guys will let me know for this part of it, because I'm clueless. And then we had, which absolutely love that, we had a letter from 𝐿𝐴, and it is so sweet and so wonderful and so touching. It has, of course, translation for those who don't understand, so special, so wonderful. Then we have, of course, each of the things has a world tour on it, which is perfect. And I love things like that, that has, it's kind of like memorabilia, which you remember exactly when it was, where, what it was going on. I love that. So that is absolutely perfect. Then we have some bookmarks, which also has the tour title name on it. It's so cute. And then we have this one. It's so adorable. So absolutely love these little extra touches to this concert. Makes it that much more special, that amazing, and kind of sad that it's done. I know several people have gone to many different locations. I'm very jealous, but again, I am so happy and almost can't believe that this actually happened, that I have finally seen 𝐿𝐴 perform live. Oh my gosh. So the concert lasted pretty much a little over 3 hours.
于是看向，然后会让这忘记我，让控制亲吻我。You are my only， 笑一笑就灿烂唱。反正也很难受，锁着岁月如小偷，若记忆被偷走了，忘了我的爱，我会说什么？你们好吗？任时光匆匆流去，我只在乎你。我们总会绕啊绕，乘着风向远吹拂，有夜幕有风，转一颗流星走一步，愿你幸福。守护我一个中国青春的梦，我你的中国胸怀的梦。I wanna sing my life in the starlight， 紧紧是靠着你一起来，别激动不现在，要出发。从天就一是一战场过吗？一起。他们说要越过前锋，风上必须低着头。他们说要让我还原的才能往前走。他们说咱要放手，还要换个口。恋恋流动着思念，回忆起，总有那么一个瞬间，燃尽我心间的爱。我想到雨过天泪，我的泪，我的泪，我不想到雨过天泪，我的泪，我的泪。那种微酸的滋味，有点微醺的感觉，梦作一般别着泪。天上有日月和星辰，地上没有一双人，都曾呼吸狂奔，相爱之城，你在唱回声。我曾来自哪个世界之外，别看你年纪这么老，不讲真假，不做挣扎，不去笑话。海浪无声，江夜无声，深淹没，划过天空尽头的角落。只怕我自己会爱上你，不敢让自己跑得太近。我向往成为阳光成为飞鸟写下，我成为空中沙粒，一边想花，我不在乎。成为了让我有3、2、1，
it was tiring in a way of just sitting. You just had to sit. That part of it to me was tiring. My daughter was tired, so was my sister. But honestly, from all the songs that were performed, I think there was 31 or 32, something like that. I literally could have listened to it even longer. So it was very impressive for him to perform for so long. I was very happy. Didn't expected it. Totally was ready. Also, I really like how there was a choice from the audience to choose kind of like what song they would want him to perform. So that was really exciting. That was really awesome. And for that reason, extra, I would like to sit up front and be picked. At least have a chance to be picked. That's it. And then, of course, being much more up close and seeing everything. It was absolutely amazing. Of course, I was sitting way too far to see him. to know what's going on. So I did watch kind of like the screen, but then at the same time I would glance constantly as well. I pretty much recorded almost like the entire time. My phone did run out of space several times. So whenever there was a space in between, I try to delete things from my previous trip, go in my trash, delete more, try to make space, and then I'm recording. Okay, I'm like, okay, this is good. And then I quit and I turn it back on. And it's like, oh, you're again running low on space. But I didn't make it. By the time I left the venue, I had only 4 minutes of free space for video. I think I did very well with that. So I loved every single one of the songs, and I loved the arrangement of a lot of things as well. I was wondering if there's going to be, like, for example, let's say a break to where he's able to do his change of clothes and things like that. What we'll be seeing, how it will be happening. So we've had several songs where they included a lot of instrumental to it. Absolutely amazing touch. Absolutely love that. Especially whenever the Wandering Earth, from the second one came out, the song. Oh my gosh, that ending. Holy crap, absolutely amazing with all the instrumental, the vocals, the arrangement of it. Wow, I was shocked. I was impressed. I was ready and not ready for any of that. Absolutely magnificent. So then we had, as I said, outfit changes. He also performed on the piano, which was so cute. I love the beginning. I didn't film a lot of things, like when there was a conversational, some things I filmed, some things I didn't, because again, I didn't know how far my phone is going to take me. So definitely in between some of the things I didn't, but I know his communication and playfulness with the crowd and the fans was so wonderful, so amazing, so cute. It was just him. It was absolutely magnificent. And there was also a translation person that was doing the translation. I feel like not everything was caught, maybe. And of course, it's a little behind as well. So by the time everybody laughs because it's funny and they know, I don't know what's happening. But then after I read it, then I laugh. So it's kind of like, the normal, I guess. That's just how we do it. But again, it's very nice that there was option like that. Also, for each of the songs that's performed, I like that they had their title going on in there, the name of the song, also the translations for it as well. That was a really, really wonderful, nice touch. So, for example, in my case, where I don't know Chinese, so I know the songs, but remembering the lyrics could be a little tough. So having the lyrics up there, very, very awesome. I really like that. It's like watching a music video live almost, I love that. So then there were, of course, like happy moments, wonderful, sweet, and just absolutely amazing. Then there were some emotional moments when 𝐿𝐴 was singing, and one of the songs that reminds him, he thinks about his teacher, and it just made you want to cry with him. It was so beautiful, and it was a little sad, but at the same time it was so amazing. So that experience was out of this world, and I would do this over and over again, even if I have to drive so far this way and so far the other way. It was still very, very impressive. And I love the crowd, I love the fans, everyone was very excited. I love the light sticks, how the energy of everyone and everything that was happening is just absolutely fantastic. Now, would I want him perform somewhere closer? Yes. But will I go to the same location again? Probably yes. So also after, of course, listening to all of his songs, my sister definitely got obsessed with the Wandering Earth song. And she would ask me, what is the song again? How do I find it? Where's that again? What's my favorite song again? So she's definitely obsessed with it. And I tell her, listen, I have listened to that song so many times, so many times. Still absolutely love it. Which again, every single songs as well. That was one of the best concerts that I have been waiting for so long, and I can't believe it finally happened. And we did this. I did this. Everybody did this, and the happiness. And then by the time we got back to our Airbnb with that traffic, it took forever. I'm glad I did not drove. We just fell asleep so fast. That was crazy. And the next day we had to drive. We did some shopping. We left a little too late. The weather was bad on the way. We didn't get home till like after midnight. So that is the story. That is the excitement. And of course, for all the wonderful moments that happen, wonderful, amazing memories that been made in Canada again. And I hope in the future there will be another opportunity to see him perform live again. I'm just too happy. I'm just so happy, so excited, and I'm ready for more. So thank you guys so much for stopping by, watching, listening. If you have to add anything, if you want to add your experience going to the concert, let me know. I am ready. I'm ready to watch other people's videos that I see being posted from the other locations. I just wanted to be surprised with mine, and then I'll start watching others. So thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.